Hello, it's Wednesday, December 6, 2017, and as of this recording, I'm still depressed, but I'm not dead. Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. Thank you for taking time out of your day to spend a little bit with me. I appreciate it. You guys are amazing and wonderful, and I thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I have an idea for a show today that I got from a friend of the show, Jeff. We've been emailing back and forth, and he made a comment about trying to be aware of the distortion that mental illness places on your self-reality, your self-vision, what do I want to say? Your self-image is what I want to say. So I want to kind of play with that a little bit, talk a little bit about that. Hopefully it works out and it's a halfway decent show. Before we get to that, though, let me remind you how you can get a hold of me. You can email me, jamoalki@gmail.com, facebook.com/jamoalki, @jamoalki on Twitter, www.jamoalki.info. That's JAMOALKI. And you can text me at 248-648-1419. Drop me a line. Let me know how you're all doing. And if you could, something new that has occurred is I've had a couple of Facebook ratings, 5 out of 5 stars, which I didn't even know that was a thing. So if you're on Facebook, go ahead and do that. If you download the show through iTunes or what's the other one there? Spotify. Check that out. I've recently made plans to get listed on Spotify as well. So if you prefer to listen to your podcast that way, hopefully you can find me there now. But anywhere you find the show, if there is a rating system in place, if you could give me a high rating and or a review, that would be wonderful. This helps the show turn up more often in searches for things such as depression, suicide, the kind of thing that somebody who's looking for a voice to listen to might search to find such a show. And, the more ears that I can get to, the more help that I think I could be. So don't do it for me, do it for the others who may be looking for a podcast such as this one to listen to. Thanks for that, guys. Let's get on with the show. So, distorted self-image. This is something that I know as a depressed person, I struggle with daily. I think is dealing with the avoidant personality disorder. I deal with that extra bonus for me because of that. And I hear similar stories from folks who are manic depressive, bipolar 1, bipolar 2. Obviously, people with eating disorders, any array of mental illnesses can cause you to have a distorted self-image. So what do you do with that? I mean, Jeff mentioned in the email we were talking back and forth, and he said, try to be aware of kind of your distorted image of yourself when you're talking with others or just interacting with other people, that even though you think you may be messing up, they may see you as just perfectly fine. And that was interesting. It just made me think for a little bit how difficult that is for me. And I assume it's difficult for many of you as well. And so what I've got is a list of different things where my self-image is poor. And I kind of want to run through that a little bit, and maybe do a little more discussing on some of them. So the first one, the big one, maybe not the big one, but the most common one, is telling myself how I'm stupid. And, you forgot your keys, you're an idiot. Gosh, you, left the light on. What the hell is wrong with you? Even if I'm talking with someone about something that I have significant history with or significant education in, I'm always thinking, boy, you really don't know this material very well at all, do you? So I've touched on this before when I'm trying to explain things to Nora. Something that I think I know, but as I'm relaying the information onto her, it keeps running in the background is, geez, gosh, you're such an idiot. What? No, don't use that word. No, not that word. No, hey, no, oh, that's not the right idea. Back up, try again. And what I think I end up doing is just mangling the topic. Whether or not that's true or not, my guess is it's often not, but that's kind of the dialogue running through my head when I'm trying to discuss something with someone. And that kind of, you're stupid, you're an idiot, you're a jackass, is what runs through my head when I make, just silly little mistakes, even, kind of trip on a crack in the sidewalk and stumble for a second. Boy, that what the hell is wrong with you? Why did you do that? Yeah, you're stupid. You're stupid right there. That's a very difficult one for me to deal with, to try to get ahead of. It's also the one that's most obvious to Nora as our interactions and our relationship has grown. Probably once a week, she's reminding me that I'm not stupid, or that I should try not to belittle myself as much as I do. So yeah, stupid. And some of these are very similar, but they are different enough that I thought that they should be brought up separately. So the next one is the saying running through the back of my head, hey, you want to do that? No, you can't do that. You don't know what you're doing. And where this really plays in a lot is if it's something that I know how to do or something I've done before, all the while that I'm doing it, all the while that I'm trying my best at it, or even doing it expertly. Expertly? Yeah, expertly. In my head is running through that, geez, just about anyone could do this better than you. Why are you doing this? Why let that person do it, because you're going to do it wrong and they're going to have to fix it anyway. So this could come something like recording a podcast. I'm confident that anyone out there could do it better than I do. And if you email me and say, hey, no, you know what, you do your podcast just really well and we like it, I'm going to write it off and say, no, you know what, geez, Dave could do it better. Dave's done it better. Every podcast that I listen to is better than mine because I'm not good enough at doing it, or I'm just a fraud and I'm pretending to do it, but clearly everyone can tell that, oh gosh, what are you doing? You shouldn't be doing this. So yeah, there's that. That's, I don't know how many, does anybody experience that? In any of these, guys, send me a message. Let me know if any of these hit home for you or what, because, I want you guys to not feel alone, but sometimes it's nice for me not to feel alone as well. So here I am begging. Send me a message. Let me know what you think of some of these. Okay. So the next thing, which kind of ties into the you're stupid, you don't know the material, but it's, you don't make sense. You are jibber jabbering. Why don't you start talking like an adult? I mean, come on. What's wrong with you? You're laughing at the wrong time, or you laughed at something that wasn't funny, or something that was supposed to be funny you didn't laugh at. You really just don't fit into the social situation that you're in. And clearly in my life, there are people who want to talk with me, want to speak with me, want to engage me in conversation. But at any time when I'm speaking with someone, I think, gosh, I'm not making sense, or I'm not, oh, okay, what did you just say? Oh, yeah, okay, you said A, I was thinking B, oh gosh, now what do I do? I spend my days interacting with people and feeling like I'm not putting the words in the proper order when I want to explain something to someone. The next one is, hey, you're acting weird. And this is a little bit more like the laughing at the wrong time, maybe, or, reading emotions is not one of my better traits. And I've often found myself in situations where I can't tell if someone was joking about something at all, and not in the sense of like a kind of a wry joke or a sarcasm or something like that. I think I catch sarcasm pretty well. But if someone is just talking about, even if they're talking about a bad day, they maybe try to put a little bit positive spin on it, and I think, oh, well, hey, that's the spirit, and I laugh or smile, and they look back at me, and I feel like they're looking at me like, what is wrong with you? Why are you laughing at my bad day? So, and this goes along with not feeling like an adult. I'm going to ask Alex today. I've got an appointment with Alex in just an hour or so. And I want to ask him if he closed his eyes and had to pick an age where he thinks he is, like if he analyzes his speech and his actions and his morality, his values, his his social attributes. How old does he think he is? And I think if I do this and I think about it, I think running in my head is that I am like 20 years old. And I'm not 20, obviously. I'm 44, going to be 45 in just a week and a half. But I don't ever feel like I'm 45. And especially, I don't feel like it when I'm kind of on my own, and I especially don't feel like it when I'm speaking to others. I don't even really see it if I look at someone else who's 45, I think, wow, they're older than I am. If I see someone who's 30, I think, okay, yeah, that's my crowd. But it's not. Yeah, I don't know. That's a weird one there. So now the real biggie, the one that's the idea that you, JP, right there, you deserve to die. And not only that, but here are the 3 best methods that you've come up with to commit suicide. Where do you even begin with this one? Deserve to, or want to, or, don't deserve to, or you deserve to live. And I've always said, when someone says that to me, I say, who gave me that inalienable right that I deserve to live? This is something that I haven't shaken. And even, we're going back a few weeks now where I've, feeling a little bit better, and, the exercise, all that, blah, blah, blah. It still kind of hangs out in my head. And yeah, there are times when I just think that, oh, hey, okay, yeah, really nothing's going on. Nothing's going good for you. Why don't you just check out? It's probably time. And, even though I don't think about it as much as I recently, I don't think about it as much as I have in the past. It's always still seemed like an inevitability, right? Like that's the way it's going down. That's the way it's going to end. So while I'm not suicidal, and I feel like I'm hedging myself for those who listen to the show still that know me personally. I'm not suicidal. I'm not looking for a way to die. I'm not, nothing like that. But it's always still there, and that's probably the biggest distortion of them all, right? Is that, my mind thinks that that's something good, that's kind of the path to take. Yeah. So that's probably the biggie. Next one is that, I said they, but he, she, whatever, can't really love you. So I always think Nora can't really love me. She doesn't see the real me the way I see me. And, she says she loves me, and I believe that she loves something about me, but gosh, if she just saw me the way that I see myself, there's, sometimes I wish I could show her to save her, the years and years and years of standing by me and being with me and loving me. If she could just see me the way that I see myself. And then, friends that I have, or even, and this is especially prominent when someone who I recently met, or someone that maybe I'm getting to know, and, wow, that person really doesn't see what's going on here. That person really can't take me for who I really am on the inside. That whatever they're seeing is, they're being foolish, right? Next, we've got "You'll Never Be Happy," right? And the subheading on this one is "Happiness Isn't Real." And this is something that I struggle with and I fight with, and I may have mentioned this before, that you see someone who's happy, and I can't help but think that it's not true. It's not real. They're fooling themselves into thinking they're happy, because happiness isn't something that's really out there. And so why try? Why bother? Why? For so long it's been, maybe something happy comes along. Like I've talked about Whose Line Is It Anyway again and again on the show. But I, watch an episode of that and I'll laugh. But no sooner have I laughed that, the darkness creeps right back in. And so it's just surrounding me. It's coloring what I see in the world. And if you're happy, that can't be real. You can't be seeing things the way I see it. You can't be seeing the real world, because why would you be happy? And I don't, it's not like I guess a little bit I'm upset that someone is happy and I'm not. Gosh, that sounds awful. That sounds terrible. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to pass. We're moving on from that one. And then the final one that I have here is something that is kind of backed up in conversations that I have with people, especially those in the mental health field. And it's really the idea that I'm never going to be better. Right? I'm going to be depressed forever. And, I hear it talked about like an alcoholic is once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic. Once a major depressive, always a major depressive. Hey, sucker, you're never going to get better. You're never going to find the right path that you tell everybody that they'll find the right path. I struggle with that. And I'm a little bit of a hypocrite for selling you guys on that. But good me, believes that to be true. The depressed me thinks, oh, well, maybe you'll get close. Maybe you'll be walking adjacently on a different path and you'll be able to maybe even see the better life just through the vines there. But, you're not going to get there. Don't get your hopes up. So here's this list of distortions, distorted thinkings. And every one of these is something that I deal with daily, pops into my head daily. Some of them, probably every other minute, some like you're stupid, you can't do that. If I'm around other people kind of acting weird, don't make sense, that kind of thing. These are the things, these are the ways that I've been trained to think by my depression and to some part my avoidant personality disorder. And, I want to fight them. There's a part of DBT where I forget what it's called, like opposite action, opposite feeling, where you should try to act oppositely of what you're feeling or what you're thinking in a situation. And So if I'm talking with someone and I feel like, hey, I'm not making sense, then I should stop for a second and then carry on the conversation instead of stopping and not speaking anymore. If, I do something and I say, geez, you're a stupid jackass, then I should stop and say, oh, you know what? That was just a mistake. Everybody makes mistakes. Don't worry about it. And I want to do this, and I try to do it with calling myself stupid, but I'll be honest, it's a habit, I guess, that you have to grow into. But every single time that I've tried this, then like the next step in my brain says, geez, you're stupid for even thinking that. You're stupid for thinking that you're not stupid. Or you're stupid for thinking that you don't deserve to die. And it's disheartening. And it's something that I'd have to try to work on, and I am trying to work on, but maybe not as seriously as I ought to. Yeah. So for you guys out there, if you're experiencing any of these or your own kind of illogically distorted views of yourself, try this kind of opposite action, and I'll put a link in the show notes. I'll look it up. I've recently read a little article about it. Try doing that for yourself. You'll never be happy. Well, okay, you know what? I will be happy because happiness is around. It's not real. Well, no, look at that. That person's happy. That person's happy. My husband is happy. My wife is happy. My best friend is happy. Gosh, my sister-in-law, she's happy all the time. So yeah, I can get there. I just need to find the right path. There's that path again that I want you guys to find. You can't do that. Well, you know what? I can do it, and I can do it the best that I can. And if I'm fixing something and it works, I did it. If I'm, making something artistic and I did it and it's mine and I love it, not, geez, I'm no Picasso, or, no, hey, I'm no, I'm going to date myself here, Tim the Toolman Taylor from the TV show Home Improvement. Yeah, so maybe try that. Maybe challenge yourself to think oppositely of what's popping into your head. And you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that starting right after I hang up the microphone here. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully some of this made sense. And let me know. Thanks, guys. Be safe and be well.